Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Robin Rosado. Today we're going to talk about how we can get your golf swing started in the right way. So I'm pretty excited about this video because I have a great before and after from one of my students. So let's go and get started. Okay guys, so let's go and take a look at his swing. Like I just said a second ago, we noticed that he was bringing it way inside. And the biggest thing when he came into for this lesson, he said, Robin, I am sick and tired of hooking it. When I'm hitting the ball bad, I am just absolutely hooking it, and that was due because his path was so inside, and then on the way down it was way into out, and he was rolling those hands through, and he was just overhitting on the left side of the fairway. So let's go and take a look at the drills that we did to kind of not only straighten out his path, but really straighten out his ball flight to where he was not only hitting a lot straighter and not hooking it anymore, but he was also hitting little cuts when he wanted to. So let's go and get started with those drills. Okay, so the first drill we're gonna get into that we taught you, it's really simple. You're gonna place an alignment stick down. I've got it aiming just dead down the middle of the fairway here, and we're gonna set up to it. That's, like I said, it's really simple. All you're gonna do is use this alignment stick, but use it as a guide for your hands. So when you're first taking it back, I want your hands to follow back down this alignment stick, and then we'll get to where the club's about parallel, so we'll start to set our wrists a little bit. But I really just want you to focus on the first part of the golf swing here, allowing those hands to come straight back on that stick. You can notice if I do that without hinging my wrist, without trying to do anything here, that club head is going to stay a little bit more in front of me at this point. So let's do that again. Those hands are going to go right on the same line as that alignment stick. They haven't gone inside, nor they haven't gone outside. That's really going to get us started on the right way, how we can get those hands to come straight back, the club head to stay out in front of us. Also with that, if you noticed that when I did this, I didn't just go with my hands or with my arms. I started my shoulder turn early as well. That's gonna be part of the next drill. So when we're doing this, it's gonna be easier to keep that club head more in front of us at this point when our shoulders. You can notice that you can start seeing a little bit of my left shoulder, a little bit of my left pec as I'm taking him back, starting our shoulder turn early. So that's gonna be the first drill, and I'm gonna get into the second drill, what we're gonna do from there. Okay guys, so drill number 2 that we worked on, you're gonna use another alignment stick. You can keep this same alignment stick that we had down from drill number 1, but we're gonna grip our driver here, take about half of the alignment stick down our club shaft and about half of it sticking out. We're gonna take our normal grip, and this is again gonna be the same deal as you're set up to it. You're only gonna take it back to about where the club is now at a 45-degree angle here. But if you notice here, where you're gonna see with that button, the extra alignment stick sticking out here, if I bring that club 2 in, so if I start with just my hands and hinge it back, using my hands or my forearms and bring it way inside, you notice, look where the alignment stick is pointed. It's pointed way out by those trees. Or the opposite, if I just pick the club straight up, you can see where that alignment stick is pointed straight at the ground. So if I bring the club straight back on this alignment stick that we had here before, bringing everything back together, we'll notice that that alignment stick is pretty much staying right on my left hip here. That's kind of key. As you take it back, you can see that's pointed here, resting on that left tip. So we did a bunch of those, right? We worked here without even hitting the golf ball, taking it just straight to here. That got him keeping that club head out in front of him. And from there, he wasn't able to really feel like he needed to bring that club head out here behind him. So now let's go and take a look at his swing and the after. We really worked hard on these 2 drills, trying to get his club head to stay out more in front of him. So if you notice right here, I know he's hitting the driver, but if you notice, that club head now is way more in front of him. And just like I said, he was really able to straighten out his ball flight. I mean, there wasn't one he was hitting left after that at all. He wasn't hitting any hooks, not even these big old draws anymore. So now he was bringing that club a little bit more straight back, starting his swing on a better path. That club head was staying a little bit more in front of him. And when he wanted, he was actually able to hit these really nice, pretty little cuts if he wanted to. But for so long, he couldn't get a cut going. And he played golf for so long, and he was such a good player, but he didn't know how to get a cut. And just by working on that first move, just by getting that club head stay out here in front of him, he was able to get that cut working on him really well. So now I want you guys to do something for me. I want you guys to actually incorporate this in your pre-shot routine. You notice that guys like Ricky Fowler or Jason Day, when they set up to the golf ball on the golf course, what they'll do before they hit the golf ball, you'll see them do the same thing what I just did. Take it only to right here. They'll go here, right before they hit the golf ball, and they'll pull the trigger. I know those are 2 things those guys are working on. They're trying to work on that first move off of the golf ball, making sure they're starting their shoulder turn early, making sure their arms and hands and shoulders are all connected, keeping that club head out in front of them. So go ahead and try that out. After you do these 2 drills, You're gonna do about 50 ghost swings with each drill, and then go ahead and set up to it. And I want you, when you're out on the golf course, and before every shot you do, is check yourself. Do this pre-shot here, put the club down, and go ahead and pull the trigger. Okay guys, I'm glad you enjoyed that video. Well, we got started talking about how we can turn our shoulders early. Well, this next video is going to play, it's going to be a preview, and be talking about how you can complete that turn so you can really get some distance out of your drives and in your irons. So go ahead and click on that iCard. It's going to take you to the full version. Then you'll really learn how to get a good full turn in your backswing. All right guys, so good luck as always, have fun and play well.
With the correct technique, we can all hit it with really good distance without a lot of muscular effort. And it all starts out, the very first thing you have to do is get a good powerful turn to load up the body. And it's not only in golf, but in all sports we have to rotate the body at least 90 degrees with the shoulders as you swing to the top. Preferably, we can go even a little bit past 90 to really get loaded up. That's going to allow us to have a lot of power. So we don't just have to look at golf for this. Let's actually look at other sports. They're rotating their body, then they're coming forward. So we have to get that load. We have to get this big shoulder turn to be able to create power in the golf swing. So in this series of videos, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. That's one of the first keys to getting power, and we're all going to get at least a 90-degree turn, if not more than that. I think you'll be surprised at what you can do. So let's go ahead and get started with the next series of videos, and I'm going to show you how to get this big, powerful turn.
All right guys, so before we go, let's take a look at this in action with some of the top pros. Now here we're looking at Adam Scott, and you're going to see as he rotates to the top, good full shoulder turn. This is pretty typical of what I see with the top pros, a little past 90. Those guys are working on their flexibility, so sometimes they can get to 100 or even 110 degrees.